They say silence shows weakness. But people forget, stillness is where storms gather their strength. The last time I saw my name attached to anything was the RSVP list. After that, it vanished. No speech. No mention in the program. Not even a photo request. It was like I'd never existed. And the worst part? They didn't even bother to pretend. No lies. No softening the blow. I built that life brick by brick. Paid for every dress, every recital, every visit to the dentist. Lisa, my wife, managed the house. Ellie, our daughter, filled it with laughter and chaos. I loved them more than I ever loved myself. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Everything seemed normal. Until it wasn't. Lisa became distant. Ellie stopped coming to me with her problems. Their conversations quieted when I entered a room. Doors started closing behind me. I told myself it was wedding nerves, until I found the binder. It was buried beneath receipts in Lisa's office drawer. The guest contributions page was open. Father of the bride, left blank. Walk down the aisle, listed under Daniel. Daniel, the same old friend from college Lisa once dismissed as harmless. Now, apparently, he was part of the family. I didn't raise my voice, didn't ask questions, didn't slam the door, because deep down I already understood. They had rewritten the story, one where I was a stand-in, waiting to be replaced. Lisa found her fresh start. Ellie someone louder, newer, more exciting. So I did the one thing no one saw coming. I smiled. And I booked a one-way ticket to Iceland. Not to run, but to gain time. 5 hours ahead. Just enough distance to let the chaos unravel while I watched the sun rise over black sand. But before I left, I made a few adjustments. I wasn't just a husband or a father. I was also an estate planner. And everything, every last thing, was in my name. The house? Mine. The accounts? Joint, but structured under my business. The wedding fund? Technically, a tax-protected marital asset filtered through my corporation. And thanks to Lisa never checking the details, she had no real claim to it. I gave them the illusion of control. They took it. I took notes. 3 weeks before the wedding, I amended the trust. Froze Ellie's college fund. Revoked Lisa's access to the shared credit. I contacted each vendor, politely, calmly, and canceled. The florist. The venue. The caterer. Reason? Client failed to meet financial terms. Contracts null and void. I didn't need to tell them. They'd find out. The morning of my flight, I left one thing behind, a note. 5 words. Congratulations. I won't be attending. Hours later, black coffee in hand, I sat on a volcanic shore watching the sunrise. My phone exploded with notifications. 22 missed calls. 17 voicemails. 43 unread messages. I didn't open a single one. I didn't need to. By the 3rd voicemail, Lisa's voice was cracking. By the 5th, Ellie was sobbing. Daniel's number lit up twice more after that. Meanwhile, the venue had locked its doors. The caterer shared on Instagram that a last-minute cancellation came with no refund. The photographer posted a cryptic message about honor and self-respect. Lisa's card was declined at the salon. Ellie's makeup artist packed up and walked out halfway through. And Daniel? He said he needed to make a phone call and never returned. I never went back home. There was no need. I had already transferred the assets, sold the house to a company under my control, and redirected every account. When Lisa checked her balance, all she found was $24.17. Ellie tried using her emergency card for a hotel. It got declined twice. When they finally reached me, I answered. Dad, what did you do? Ellie's voice trembled, streaked with tears and panic. I let the silence grow heavy before I replied, even, measured. You erased me. I just did the same. 3 days later, Lisa threatened legal action. She must have forgotten that I helped draft the very laws her lawyer was quoting. Our prenup was airtight. Her argument was emotional. Mine was documented. Ellie tried to make amends. She wanted to talk. Claimed it was all a mistake, that Daniel had twisted things. But I remembered the bridal fittings she attended with Lisa, the dinners she skipped with me, the quiet moments I stood behind the camera while she laughed beside him. So I told her plainly, I raised you to be better. Maybe you were just better at pretending. They lost everything, not out of vengeance, but because I deserved respect. If they couldn't give it, they didn't deserve what came with it. Last week, I bought a cabin in northern Norway. Wood stove. View of the fjords. No internet. Just quiet. Yesterday, a letter came. No return address. Just handwriting I knew too well. I'm sorry. Please come back. I didn't open it. I fed it to the fire, leaned back, and watched it burn. Some things aren't meant to be repaired. Some people don't earn a second chance. And some men don't strike back because they already won.